Hey there guys, it is Natural Nadine here and I'm back with another video. Today's video we're going to be talking about what you need to do to your high porosity hair. This is kind of a follow-up video from my previous video when I was talking about how black people can't have low porosity hair and explained exactly why a black person has high porosity hair. So if you haven't watched that or checked that out, or if you're on the fence about what your porosity is, or even if you're here by chance and you think you've got low porosity hair, go and watch that video first. Porosity hair is notorious for being a lot more difficult to manage because it doesn't retain its moisture as well, which is why a lot of us naturalistas have a really extensive hair routine. First of all, let's take a look at what the hair cuticle looks like. And now, one thing that I want to explain to you guys is that a big factor on what your hair cuticles look like at any given time is the pH of your hair. So the perfect pH for your hair is 3.7. So our hair is actually slightly acidic. When your hair's pH is at the right spot, your cuticles are sealed, your hair is shiny, your hair is more flowy, and your hair is more frizz-free. The first thing I always hear is seal your cuticles with an oil. For example, methods like LCO and LOC method, these methods are designed to moisturize your hair by applying a leave-in or a cream, and then you apply an oil on top as a barrier to stop moisture from escaping. That's another reason how you can tell you have high porosity hair. If you're having to try and seal moisture into your hair, you got high porosity hair, because low porosity hair would retain that moisture easily. Okay, that basically is trying to imitate is sealing your hair cuticles. There is a way to seal your hair cuticle. So I spoke before about the pH of the hair, and this is what the hair looks like when it's at its optimum pH. The problem is there are so many things that can throw the pH balance of your hair off. That can be products, that can be oils, that can be water. And as soon as the pH balance of your hair is off, that can cause your cuticles to open wider. Black people's cuticles are naturally raised, so naturally, even when our hair is at its optimum, the cuticles are still open. Then imagine you apply a shampoo. Shampoos are designed to open your hair cuticle. It's a good thing because it opens up your hair cuticles so that you can actually get the dirt out from underneath the cuticle. If your cuticles are sealed, it can be really difficult to get all the product that is inside your hair out, and can also lead to product buildup. So sometimes you do want things that are going to open your cuticle. Another thing that opens your cuticle wide is heat and steam. I always see people talking about steaming their hair. Oh my gosh, I could see why people would think there would be benefit in steaming your hair, and I'm not saying that there isn't, but for somebody who has high porosity hair, like hot water, which is what steam is, on my hair, oh, it's giving. My cuticle's gonna be open, my hair's gonna feel short-term gratitude of the moisture, but I know for a fact those cuticles are gonna be open too wide, they're not gonna close, and I'm gonna be losing moisture like crazy. Steaming is something that people say is for low porosity hair anyways, but I just kind of went off on a tangent there. But just to give you an idea of the different things that can open your hair cuticle. Imagine this is your wash day. Firstly, you shampoo your hair, okay? And I know you don't co-wash because we've been talking about why you shouldn't co-wash your hair. So we're using a shampoo, right? So if you imagine your hair has now gone from its optimum pH down to more alkaline. And as a result of this, your cuticles are more open because it's the shampoo. You want to clean your hair. Sometimes you need to open your cuticles. Now that you've done this is the best time to apply a deep conditioner. Now I know people's regular routine is shampoo, conditioner, then deep conditioner. Conditioners are formulated to seal your hair cuticle. They are formulated to almost neutralize the shampoo in. So this is why I recommend putting a deep conditioner on directly after you shampoo. This is going to allow your hair to absorb at a maximum because your cuticles are already open. You whack that deep conditioner in there, that deep conditioner penetrates really, really well, and then if you want to, you can add a rinse out conditioner on top to further seal that cuticle. That's what somebody's regular routine looks like, and that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a routine like that, but here's an extra step that I think every single black person should be implementing into their routine, and that is toning your hair. So you know how when you have the way you take care of your face, you cleanse, you tone, you moisturize, and that toner is to return your face, your skin back to its pH balance so that it can function normally. And I think as a person with high porosity hair, you need to adopt the same strategy, because the more your hair is off pH, the higher your porosity is going to be. Okay, your porosity is already high. You don't need to be messing about with your pH of your hair and causing your hair to open its cuticles further than what they already are. And so what you need to do is implement a toner, and by a toner I mean routine, something that is going to bring the pH of your hair back to where it wants to be, which is 3.7. My favorite hair toner is apple cider vinegar and water mixed together. I swear by it. I literally noticed a massive difference. It's really cheap, okay? I don't even buy Bragg's apple cider vinegar anymore because I use apple cider vinegar that much on my hair. I gotta get the cheap stuff, and it works just as well, okay, as long as it's with the mother. How this works is you apply apple cider vinegar into a spray bottle, mix it with water so that you can neutralize it a little bit, because you don't want it to be too acidic, especially if you're just starting to do these apple cider vinegar treatments. Then you're going to spray this onto your hair after your deep conditioner, on top, kind of simultaneously. Apple cider vinegar has numerous benefits. Its acidic nature closes the hair cuticle, and because your hair cuticle is more sealed, it makes your hair appear more shiny, more frizz-free, more flowy, and brings its pH back to that money spot. It also has conditioning benefits, cleansing benefits, removes product buildup, and it stimulates hair growth by increasing blood circulation to your hair follicles. So apple cider vinegar is like that girl, basically. There's nothing that she doesn't do, okay? I would propose that you do this every single wash day. Wash, deep condition, apple cider vinegar on top of your deep conditioner and mix it, leave it, wash it out, okay? Do that once a week for a month, and you will see a massive difference in the overall health and moisture retention of your hair. The more you train your hair to seal your cuticles very quickly, the more naturally it happens, to the point where I don't even moisturize my hair in between wash days anymore, because I don't need to, because my hair has learned to retain that moisture better. Now, I still have high porosity hair, of course, because I find that when I do start slacking on my apple cider vinegar rinses, shoop, my hair starts going back to losing moisture, and I always have to just run back to my apple cider vinegar, like, I'm sorry. This toning step is really going to be a game changer for somebody with high porosity hair, because like I mentioned, to bring that cuticle back to bring that pH back to where it needs to be and get your cuticles to close, you need to pH balance. So as a really basic natural hair routine, you can literally cleanse, tone, moisturize, and the moisturizer is your conditioner or your deep conditioner, whatever it is that you're using. What are the benefits of these apple cider vinegar rinses? Firstly, it's great for your scalp health, and apple cider vinegar has really helped to get rid of my itchy scalpness, especially, you know, when you're using products like when you're using products and you accidentally get some on your scalp, that can actually cause irritation to your scalp, okay? Products are not meant to go on your scalp, like conditioners and thick creams and that type of thing. They're not formulated for your scalp. So if you use an apple cider vinegar rinse and it is on your scalp, it actually has antifungal properties, which even after you've rinsed it out, will cause your scalp to be a repellent for any type of bacteria that could grow and cause irritation to your scalp based on the products that you use. And I really find that when I'm styling my hair and I've done this apple cider vinegar rinse, after a couple of days, my scalp isn't irritated, it's not itchy, and that's me whacking on like shit ton of hair gel and everything in between. I also want to address one common misconception, which is that if you have high porosity hair, then your hair is automatically gonna like thick products. Your porosity rarely determines what kind of products you like, because all products are formulated to be able to absorb into the hair regardless of your porosity. But what mostly influences this is your hair density. So if you have fine hair strands, which is like thinner hair strands, you're not gonna wanna be using thick butters and creams. So you need to find a way to get the same amount of moisture in lightweight products, where if you have more dense hair, coarse hair, thick hair strands, you might like thicker products as well, because you find that it coats your hair strands better. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, can you give me product recommendations? Can you give me product recommendations? And the truth is that your hair porosity doesn't really influence the hair products you use as much as we've been told that it does, okay? I see a lot of people saying that people with high porosity hair will like thick products and this and that, but really it doesn't really depend on your porosity, okay? All hair care is formulated to absorb into hair, okay? So you don't have to worry, regardless of your porosity. That formulation has been tested in a lab. It penetrates the hair shaft, right? Well, I would hope it does. For also what you need to do to your high porosity hair, obviously deep condition weekly. Obviously you can use heat with your deep conditioner for better penetration. I don't do that all the time. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Another thing I want to mention is that the more you do this routine, the more you're gonna find your hair retains moisture, okay? I used to go from moisturizing my hair pretty much every other day to now once a week. I don't moisturize my hair, and even when it comes to wash day, my hair's like dry. My hair's like dry, but it's not as dry as it would have been if I had left my hair for a week with no product, just spritzing some water here and there, that type of thing, just to obviously like give it a bit of life. But it's different, okay? It's different. That is one of my main tips for this high porosity hair. And of course, always cleanse your hair. Make sure that you remove product buildup so that you can effectively moisturize your hair, because if you are a high porosity person and you're not cleansing your hair properly, that product is going to build up and it's going to stop you from being able to add more moisture to your hair on wash day or whatever it is. So if you are a high porosity gal, be cleansing that hair, okay? Okay, I feel like I've spoken, I feel like this video has been all over the place. These might not have been the tips that you were expecting. I don't think this video is laid out in there. Tip number 1, make sure you deep condition. Tip number 2, use lightweight oils. It's not that type of video. For me, it was really just explaining what high porosity hair is and what you can do to manage it, okay? So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I really hope I gave you a bit more information. It was very top line, very generic. I feel like in order for me to give product recommendations, I might just do like a separate video where I talk about products that I specifically like, but that's not gonna guarantee that you are gonna like them as well. But it's always good to kind of have product recommendations of like what's good and that type of thing. So I'll definitely be doing a video like that. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.